All right, hey everybody, Chris here with WooCurve, and let's talk about abandoned carts. And I'm going to show you how to set up the abandoned cart feature inside of Handsome Checkout. And this is a new feature that we're releasing now. So pretty cool, pretty excited to share this with you. So inside of Handsome Checkout, you're going to see there's an option here called Abandoned Carts. Once you click into the Abandoned Cart section, you're going to see a couple things. And before we just dive straight in, I want to explain to you really quickly how this works, like how we've built it. And right here, if you click on how it works, it's going to tell you what I'm about to tell you. So let's take this checkout form, for example, okay? And let's say it's blank. And the way that we are doing this is your customer comes to a checkout form like this. You know, they're going to buy a couple of caps. And so they start the process and they put in their email address. Now, at this point, we have not captured their email address because they're still inside the field here. But once they click out, we have just captured their email address. Okay, so even if they don't do anything else, we've captured their email and we know which product and the quantity that they were looking at. Okay, so all that data is now sitting inside of Handsome Checkout waiting for them to make a decision. And so that kind of kicks into this timer that is inside the system. And what that means basically is once somebody puts their email address in here and they click out, there's a 20-minute timer that starts. And Handsome Checkout is basically saying, okay, if this person doesn't buy inside of 20 minutes, then we're going to send this data over to Zapier. And from there, you can take that data and you can automatically feed it into your CRM. You could send it to your customer support team. You know, we're not capturing their phone number, but if you could check to see, are they a pre-existing customer? I'm going to follow up with a phone call or a text or just an email. You could do that regardless of if they're a new customer or an existing one because you've got their email address. So that's basically what this says here. So if the checkout is completed inside of the 20-minute timeline or timer, then Handsome Checkout is not going to send that data over to Zapier. So the other thing that you can do here is if you don't want to use Zapier or you just want to like get a list of people, you can get that right here and just export it out as a CSV if that's just preferable for you, or you can do both. But that data is there. It's yours to use however you want. Whether you choose to just export it as a CSV and import it into your system, or if you're going to use Zapier. So let me show you how to set it up with Zapier. So if you come over here to the Connect Zapier tab, you want to make sure that this is checked, and we're going to need to create a webhook inside of Zapier. And you can see here, this is the data that we're going to send, the email, the date, and then the cart contents. We're sending the product ID and the quantity. And we're sending all that to Zapier so that you could then pull that into whatever system you use. But let's jump over, and I'm going to show you how to set up this webhook. So we're just going to make a Zap right here. And the one we're going to type in is a webhook. Let's see, webhook. There we go. And we want to create a catch hook. Save and continue. And once you save and continue, it's going to skip this step. So we need to go back, the setup webhook, and we need to grab this link right here. So copy it to the clipboard. And then this is what's going to go right here. So you would paste that in, you would save it, and then you come back over to Zapier. We'll go to, continue. And then it's not, you're not going to be able to run a test until you actually have real data coming through your abandoned cart. So for the time being, you could skip this. And then what you want to do is, continue without samples. And then what you want to do is set up your step. So from here, this is where you would set up how you're going to pass this into your, for example, if you use ActiveCampaign. So then you set up an ActiveCampaign, and from here you would say, okay, I want you to take this data, and it's going to tag them as this, and it's going to trigger this follow-up sequence. And you can do all that right here if you use Infusionsoft or any one of the thousands of apps that connects with Zapier. And then if you want to go back and test it, you can just go through a test purchase on that. And once you get the data inside that's being passed to Zapier, that would be how you test it. But we're really excited to release this and make it available to you in this new version of Handsome Checkout, along with several other updates. One being that you can now do pop-ups with the embedded checkout form. You can also show variations in quantity options inside the embedded checkout form. And we also made a really quick and easy way for you to edit the embedded checkout form. So this is a big update. We've been working really hard on it. Excited for you guys to try it out. And let us know what you think. Let us know if you have any questions. We're always really easy to reach. Support at WooCurve.com, info at WooCurve.com. And hope you guys are doing awesome. And we'll talk to you soon.